Hey there, good morning. It is Thursday, June 6th. This is our 9 o'clock update. We try to bring you every day, kind of running down the stories that you're talking about the most, the ones that have you fired up or you're clicking on reading on khou.com. And, you know, for the past month, there's been one story that has just dominated the headlines locally, and that is the story of Malia Davis and her disappearance. And there's been a new development just since yesterday. So you're looking at the mugshot of Darian Vence, her stepfather. There's a court order filed yesterday asking for a mental health or intellectual disability assessment for him. Now, Vence has been sitting in jail since May 11th. That's when he was arrested and charged with tampering with a corpse. This assessment is going to try to determine if he's okay to stand trial. We know that back on last Friday, Quanell visited him in jail. Quanell says that Vence told him where to find Malia's body, also said that her death was an accident, that he never meant for anything to happen to her. So that assessment, that document being filed, that was a move by his defense attorneys. They're also asking for Quanell's cell phone records because they want to know if police sent him to Vence's jail cell last Friday morning. Just trying to see what background they can get. Our legal analyst, Gerald Treese, thinks that this is an effort to get that confession thrown out so it's not admissible if and when this goes to trial. We have so much more information about this case on khou.com. If you actually go to khou.com/Malia-Davis, you can look at all the stories we've done on Malia for more than a month now, all of our investigations. I want to transition now to another investigative piece that our team has worked on since Earth Day, because that's when this video was taken. It shows a Houston solid waste truck picking up recyclables, picking up trash, mixing them all together. Remember this? This load then went to the dump. So all that effort, recycling and sorting, all got lumped into trash. Our investigative team filed some records after this because a lot of you said, for a records request I should say, a lot of you said this was not an isolated incident. You all had stories about this happening in your neighborhood. And sure enough, we have documents that show this happened at least 100 other times since January 1st of this year. And our team is still waiting on 12,000 more documents that they've requested to find out how prevalent this is. A couple Houston City Council members not real happy about this. Brenda Stardig said it feels like people are being lied to if this is the way they're treating our recyclables. Mayor Turner does say that there's an audit ongoing to get to the bottom of this, to figure out why it's happening and to prevent it from happening again. But yeah, I can see why a lot of you are upset. I spend a lot of time going through, I don't have curbside recycling pickup, so I have to go through and sort all of my plastic, all of my glass, all of my cans, all of my paper and cardboard. That's how I spent my Saturday this past weekend. I know you know my pain, so to think that you could put in all of that effort and it would just be lumped in with your trash anyway, it's pretty frustrating. So you can go to khou.com and watch our investigations. There have been 2 of them now on this. Our next story is a little lighter. Check it out. This is a new tire that Michelin GM are working on. It's called the Uptis, the unique puncture-proof tire system. So what's kind of cool about this is it's airless. So when you're driving on this thing, you don't like on a Houston freeway where God knows what you're gonna run over is out there. You can't pop the tires. So testing starts this year on it. GM says it's gonna probably be a couple years before it ends up on a model. And there's no real price point yet. So hard to say if they're gonna be more expensive or less expensive. A lot of you have weighed in on this on our Facebook page after we shared this story. Katie says, Airless tires have been around for several years now for golf carts, riding mowers, go-karts, bicycles. She said the first time she saw them on a golf cart was about 4 years ago. Yeah, so not necessarily new technology. Actually, a lot of you have commented that they've been around for decades even, but it sounds like this will be the first use for a major automaker. Roundland says, hey, they've been out for years, but they cost too much for normal people. And yeah, we don't have that price point yet. We're not sure just exactly how much they're going to cost. Joy thinks, yeah, it means they're going to cost a lot. Joy's big on the skeptical end of the spectrum here. I'd like to think maybe because they're being mass produced, they're going to be cheaper. Maybe, hope, fingers crossed. I like this next comment from Eddie. He calls it the millennial tire, for when you're too lazy to check your own like a responsible adult. I will admit, I am pretty bad about taking care of my tires unless my car notifies me that the air pressure is low. That's about the only time I'm checking them. Or if some nice stranger tells me I have a flat. That's when I usually find out. I think we have one more here. Let's see. Yeah, Alan. Probably rides real rough and potholes will feel like blowouts. We'll have to see. It's going to be a couple years, but a lot of you are sharing that story and commenting. So would you buy these? Say they were the price of a normal tire. Would you go out there and get these for your cars on Houston freeways? I'd be tempted. I'm not going to lie. We have so many instances on the freeways where people are driving up on who knows what. We just have people whose tires blow out all the time. I've never driven in a city where you just see the remnants of tires everywhere like you do here in Houston. So, hey, at least it would clear those off the road, right? We wouldn't have all that rubber just spread out and creating its own debris. It's like driving on a racetrack out there with obstacles, like Mario Kart. Okay, so let us know. Let us know in the comments if you're gonna be trying those out. This video that I'm showing you right now is from Wharton, which got hit by some heavy storms yesterday. More storms are moving through today, but the San Bernard River is expected to rise to 41.8 feet. The issue with that is that's just 2 feet short of Harvey levels. So there was a voluntary evacuation in place for some areas. You can see, roads just turned into rivers. It even backed up the sewer system a bit, so people were asked not to flush their toilets. And Chita's been tracking a thunderstorm that moved through there. Chita, how is it looking right now?
Okay, yes, that's right, Brandi. Good morning to you. Well, earlier this morning we were tracking and talking some rain basically from Wharton County into Brazoria County. So if you missed the morning forecast, here is your new update. Here's the latest data for you. The thunderstorms that moved out of Wharton County broke apart in Brazoria, and now we are tracking partly cloudy skies. Lots of sunshine for the first portion of your day. So today, definitely not a washout. In fact, much of the rain that we saw yesterday, early this morning, has now pushed well off to our east, so we are going to get some nice breaks. Let me tell you and show you what's going to happen later today. So after 2 o'clock this afternoon, with some daytime heating, temperatures are going to fire up. The heat of the atmosphere is going to fire up some thunderstorms, mainly southwest of town again. So from Wharton County, Matagorda, Waller, Fort Bend, and including maybe portions of Brazoria County. I think those thunderstorms that fire up, you can see on our future track, this is 4 o'clock, could be on the strong side. Some of these cells are going to be capable of producing some damaging wind, hail, diameter size, maybe even up to 1 inch. That could do some damage even to cars or structures. So it's going to be one of those afternoons you're going to have to stay weather aware. At this point, I only have a 40% chance in coverage because take a look how most models indicating, or future track at least, saying, hey, most of this is wanting to stay in town, south of I-10, north of town gets a little bit of a break, but everybody else, you just need to stay, eye to the sky, keep that plan B in place just in case some of these thunderstorms fire up and maybe they're on the strong side. You will be prepared. Otherwise, today, it's going to be another hot, humid day, but this is only the beginning of this heat. By tomorrow, rain chances begin to move out by Friday afternoon. Saturday and Sunday stay hot. I'm talking hottest temperatures we've seen so far, nearing the triple-digit mark. Let's talk more about the rain chances today. Notice by the afternoon, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, that's when they will peak. After 8, 9 o'clock this evening, they dramatically drop off. So the thunderstorms that fire up today are only going to initialize because of our daytime heating. So once our temperatures get above about 85, 86 degrees, that's when those thunderstorms should begin to fire up. Then tomorrow, we'll keep about a 20% chance for an isolated shower to an afternoon thunderstorm. And then after that, like I said, after Friday evening, forget about it. It's just going to be pure sunshine and really, really hot as we head to the weekend. Some of our heat index values for Saturday and Sunday may even be upwards of about 106 to 107, so dangerous heat. Beautiful shot though right now in Galveston. If maybe today you have off, you've got the kids, of course they're out for summer. Maybe today is your day to take them to Pleasure Pier. We will stay mostly dry up until about 2-3 o'clock. Lots of sunshine. Just make sure you've got the sunscreen on, you're staying hydrated because it is really steamy out there. Beautiful shot from the Galleria. This is a live look facing towards downtown. Temperatures right around 79. So southeasterly winds in place, mostly calm at this point. Within some of these thunderstorms that could fire up later today, we could be picking up gusts up to about 40 to 45 miles per hour. Again, enough to do maybe some straight line wind damage. We did see that in one cell earlier this morning out of Wharton County. Other than that, everybody's been really dry today. So your 7-day forecast after the rain moves out Friday and tomorrow, even at that, a 20% chance. So the chances stay slim tomorrow afternoon. Saturday and Sunday, do you see this 97 and 98 degrees getting really close? Actual air temperatures hitting 100. Then next we've got a weak front that'll push through Monday into Tuesday. That'll help to at least drop our temperatures back to the mid to low 90s, and we will welcome a north wind. So that at least will change some of the humidity levels. As far as today goes, just keep your eye to the sky, especially after about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Otherwise, we get a big break with the rain for the middle part of our day, and then some of those afternoon thunderstorms will develop just in time for your afternoon, early evening commute home. Hope you have a great Thursday.